Pelajaran nomor 33. Saudara pendengar, tentunya saudara masih ingat, dalam pelajaran yang lalu, kita berbicara tentang sebuah kata khusus yang berarti dapat.
Can. I can sing and I can type.
Kata can adalah kata yang khusus karena tidak berubah meskipun pokok kalimatnya berbeda.
Iwan can play the guitar and he can sing. I can sing. And Don and Jane can sing too.
Dan kata can diikuti oleh kata kerja lain yang juga tidak berubah bentuknya.
I can see you. You can hear me.
Hari ini, kita akan mempelajari sebuah kata baru yang mirip dengan can dalam kedua hal yang disebutkan tadi. Tetapi tentu saja artinya berbeda. Kata yang dimaksud berarti harus, yaitu
Must. Must.
Sekarang, coba dengarkan apa yang dikatakan Mr. Smart. Dia sedang berkendaraan mobil dengan Helen yang ikut menumpang ke kantor. Mereka sedang membicarakan apa yang harus dilakukan oleh mahasiswa kalau mereka ingin berhasil dalam pelajarannya. Kalimatnya yang pertama berarti mahasiswa harus menghadiri kuliah.
Students must attend lectures. They must study every day. They must read books.
Coba dengarkan contoh yang berikut.
They must study every day. They must study every day.
Seperti halnya dengan Chris dan Iwan, mahasiswa-mahasiswa Mr. Smart yang lain harus belajar setiap hari. Sekarang, coba saudara ucapkan contoh tadi. Dengarkan Mr. Smart dahulu dan ulangilah.
They must study every day.
Bagus. Sekarang, coba ucapkan beberapa contoh lagi sesudah Mr. Smart.
They must attend lectures. They must study at home. They must study every day.
Baiklah. Saudara pendengar, mari kita dengarkan percakapan antara Mr. Smart dan Helen yang kami sebutkan tadi.
Yes, they must study hard.
Well, Iwan and Chris study hard, Mr. Smart.
Yes, I know that, Helen. They're good students. Engineering isn't an easy course, you know. It's very difficult. And engineers must have good training these days.
Is it an interesting job?
An engineer? It's a wonderful job. Very interesting and very important. But students must study hard. Ah, the traffic lights are red.
Lampu lalu lintas baru saja berganti menjadi merah, dan mereka berhenti. Mr. Smart akan berbicara tentang peraturan-peraturan lalu lintas dalam bahasa Inggris. Salah satu dari peraturan tersebut ialah, saudara harus berhenti kalau lampu lalu lintas merah.
You must stop at a red light.
Dan saudara harus mengendarai mobil di sebelah kiri jalan.
You must drive on the left.
Dan saudara harus memakai ikat pinggang pengaman.
You must wear a seat belt. Can you drive, Helen?
No, I can't. But I'm going to practice next weekend. Don's going to teach me.
I see. Yes, you must practice. Do you know the rules about driving a car?
Yes. Well, I know some rules. You must drive on the left. You must stop at a red light. You must wear a seatbelt.
Yes, that's right. You must drive carefully, and you must watch the other cars, too. Ah, yes. It isn't easy. I don't like driving. I don't like this traffic in the city. All these buses and trucks. All these bad drivers. No, I don't like it. I don't like driving.
Sekarang, coba saudara ucapkan peraturan-peraturan yang disebutkan Helen tadi. Siap?
You must drive on the left. You must stop at a red light. You must wear a seatbelt.
Baiklah, saudara-saudara. Saudara pendengar, di samping peraturan-peraturan yang harus kita taati, yaitu hal-hal yang harus kita lakukan, tentu saja ada hal-hal yang harus kita hindari, bukan? Untuk ini, kita pakai bentuk menyangkal dari kata must. Coba dengarkan peraturan-peraturan yang terdapat di kota-kota besar Australia seperti Sydney dan Melbourne.
You mustn't smoke in the library. You mustn't smoke in trains or buses. You mustn't talk in an examination.
Coba dengarkan lagi kata yang baru tadi.
Mustn't. Mustn't.
Kita mengatakan
Must.
diikuti dengan
Not. Must not. Mustn't. Mustn't.
coba ucapkan contoh berikut sesudah Mr. Smart.
You mustn't smoke in the library.
Sekarang, coba ucapkan beberapa kalimat lagi.
You mustn't smoke in buses. You mustn't eat in the library. You mustn't smoke in trains. You mustn't drive on the right.
Saudara pendengar, apakah saudara masih ingat bahwa kalau kami memakai kata yang artinya saudara dengan cara yang umum, misalnya,
You must drive on the left. You mustn't drive on the right.
yang kami maksudkan ialah orang pada umumnya, yaitu semua orang di Australia yang ingin mengendarai mobil.
You mustn't drive on the right.
Sekarang, coba dengarkan bagaimana kita memakai kata itu dalam suatu keadaan khusus tentang satu orang tertentu. Dalam contoh berikut, Bob Smart sedang bercakap-cakap dengan dokternya. Dia merasa tidak enak badan dan menderita penyakit tekanan darah tinggi.
You mustn't smoke, Bob. You mustn't drink beer, and you mustn't shout.
What do you mean?
Dokter akan memakai ungkapan yang berarti saudara tidak boleh marah.
You mustn't lose your temper, Bob. You mustn't shout.
Sekarang, dengarkan hal-hal lain yang tidak boleh dilakukan Mr. Smart. Kali ini akan dipakai kata yang berarti terlalu.
Too. You mustn't eat too much, Bob. You mustn't work too hard. You mustn't worry too much.
Coba dengarkan contoh yang berikut ini. Kemudian, ucapkanlah.
You mustn't eat too much.
Bagus. Sekarang, coba ulangi beberapa contoh lagi. Siap?
You mustn't smoke. You mustn't drink beer. You mustn't shout. You mustn't lose your temper.
coba ucapkan contoh yang terakhir tadi. Dengarkan dan ulangilah.
You mustn't lose your temper. You mustn't eat too much. You mustn't work too hard. You mustn't worry too much.
Baiklah. Sekarang, coba saudara sendiri membuat kalimat tentang Mr. Smart. Saudara akan mendengar suatu ungkapan, misalnya,
Eat too much.
dan saudara hendaknya mengatakan,
He mustn't eat too much.
saudara sedang berbicara tentang Mr. Smart. Karena itu, harus memakai kata he. Perhatikan juga bahwa bentuknya tidak berubah, yaitu
Mustn't. He mustn't eat too much.
sekarang, dokter akan memberikan jawaban yang betul. Ulangilah jawaban itu. Siap?
Smoke. He mustn't smoke. Drink beer. He mustn't drink beer. Shout. He mustn't shout. Lose his temper. He mustn't lose his temper. Eat too much. He mustn't eat too much. Work too hard. He mustn't work too hard. Worry too much. He mustn't worry too much.
Baiklah. Saudara pendengar, kita baru saja berlatih mengucapkan beberapa nasihat khusus yang diberikan oleh dokter kepada Mr. Smart. Oh ya, apakah saudara merasa sudah mengenal suara dokter itu? Sebenarnya, dokter itu adalah istri Mr. Smart. Ya, Mrs. Smart adalah seorang dokter. Jadi, Mr. Smart adalah pasiennya dan juga suaminya. Dengan demikian, dia harus mengikuti nasihatnya.
Yes, Helen, I must obey the rules.
And what are they?
Well, I mustn't eat too much, and I mustn't work too hard, and I mustn't shout.
Shout? But you never shout, Mr. Smart.
I sometimes shout when I see my students work. Anyway, I mustn't worry too much, and I mustn't smoke too much.
I see. She made a lot of rules.
Yes, but they're all right. And my wife is very pleased. She says I'm a good husband, because I don't shout. Here we are at the university. Good heavens! Look at that student on the grass. He's sleeping, and it's 8:45 in the morning. Some students sleep all the time. They never work. They miss lectures. They mustn't miss lectures. They mustn't watch television every night. They mustn't go to parties every night. And they mustn't sleep on the grass.
And Mr. Smart, remember your wife. You mustn't shout.
Yes. Yes, of course, Helen. I mustn't shout. I mustn't lose my temper. Anyway, here we are at the physics department.
Saudara pendengar, mari kita lanjutkan dengan contoh lain. Dalam percakapan singkat berikut ini, akan kita dengar beberapa kalimat tentang apa yang harus kita lakukan atau harus dihindari dengan memakai kata
Must. Mustn't. Hello, Helen.
Hi, Chris.
What are you going to do at lunchtime?
Well, I'm not sure.
Good. Let's go to a restaurant with Ewan.
A restaurant?
Yes, it's quite close, and I've got some money.
You mustn't spend your money, Chris. Save it for the holidays.
Don't worry, the food isn't expensive.
Okay. Well, I must finish this work before lunch.
It's a nice restaurant.
Okay, Chris.
They have delicious food.
Chris, you mustn't talk to me now.
Indonesian and Australian food.
Chris, you mustn't interrupt. I must finish this work now.
Okay. See you in half an hour. Can I go through this door?
No! You mustn't go through that door. That's Mr. Smart's room. You mustn't disturb him.
Sorry. This door? Can I go this way?
Yes, that's right, Chris.
Okay, I'm going. See you later, Helen.
Sekarang, mari kita dengarkan lagi beberapa ungkapan yang dipakai dalam percakapan tadi. Yang pertama berarti saudara tidak boleh mengganggu.
You mustn't interrupt.
Berikut ini akan kita dengar beberapa contoh lagi.
I must finish this work before lunch. You mustn't talk to me now. You mustn't open that door. You mustn't disturb him.
Semua contoh itu bukanlah peraturan atau undang-undang, tetapi adalah hal-hal yang harus dilakukan atau dihindari oleh Chris dan Helen dalam keadaan tadi. Sekarang, coba ucapkan sesudah Helen. Siap?
You mustn't spend your money. I must finish this work. You mustn't talk to me. You mustn't interrupt. You mustn't open that door. You mustn't disturb him.
Baiklah, saudara-saudara. Saudara pendengar, mari kita lanjutkan dengan suatu hal lain yang berbeda. Dalam percakapan antara Chris dan Helen yang kita dengar tadi, ungkapan-ungkapan yang dipakai dapat dinyatakan dengan cara lain. Misalnya ungkapan
You mustn't interrupt.
Saudara tidak boleh mengganggu dapat juga diganti dengan
Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt.
Jangan mengganggu. Berikut ini kami berikan sebuah contoh lain. Ungkapan
You mustn't spend your money.
dapat juga dinyatakan sebagai
Don't spend your money.
Coba ucapkan kalimat itu sesudah Helen.
Don't spend your money.
Bagus. Sekarang coba beberapa contoh lagi. Saudara akan mendengar kalimat seperti
You mustn't interrupt.
dan saudara hendaknya mengatakan
Don't interrupt.
Helen akan mengucapkan jawaban yang betul. Ulangilah jawaban itu. Siap?
You mustn't spend your money. Don't spend your money. You mustn't interrupt. Don't interrupt. You mustn't talk to me now. Don't talk to me now. You mustn't open that door. Don't open that door. You mustn't disturb him. Don't disturb him.
Bagus. Saudara pendengar, waktu makan siang sudah tiba. Helen bersama Iwan sedang berjalan ke restoran. Coba dengarkan Iwan. Dia akan membaca beberapa papan pengumuman, dan saudara diminta menerangkan apa yang dibacanya. Misalnya, kalau Iwan membaca pengumuman yang mengatakan,
Don't walk on the grass.
saudara hendaknya mengatakan,
You mustn't walk on the grass.
dalam latihan ini, Helen juga akan mengucapkan jawaban yang betul. Ulangilah jawaban itu. Siap?
Don't walk on the grass.
You mustn't walk on the grass.
Saat ini, mereka sedang melewati toko buah-buahan. Dan Iwan membaca petunjuk yang terletak di atas buah-buahan.
Don't touch the fruit.
You mustn't touch the fruit.
Saat ini, mereka ada di persimpangan jalan, dan lampu sedang merah.
Don't walk.
You mustn't walk.
Dan sekarang, mereka sudah sampai di restoran. Chris sedang menunggu mereka.
Hi, Iwan. Hello, Helen.
Hi, Chris.
I'm hungry. Let's go inside.
Saudara pendengar, Chris, Iwan, dan Helen sudah berada di dalam restoran. Mereka bercakap-cakap sementara antre pada meja penjualan makanan.
There are a lot of rules in Australian cities. Don't walk on the grass. Don't park your car here. Don't cross the street there.
There are always rules and regulations, Iwan. For example, in a restaurant when you're having a meal with your family. In some restaurants, you must wear a tie or you must wear a coat.
I remember some family rules for children when they're eating.
In Indonesia, Iwan?
Yes.
What are they?
Well, they mustn't talk when they're eating, and they mustn't drink while they're eating. And they mustn't use their left hand. They must learn to use their right hand for eating. And they mustn't interrupt the adults at the table.
I see.
And some family rules are the same in Australia, I suppose. You know, you mustn't play with your food. You mustn't play with the spoon. You mustn't make a noise while you're eating, and so on.
Yes, that's right. Most parents say those things here. My parents were the same when I was a child. Here's a table. Let's sit here.
Don't touch that! Leave it! Don't drink that! You mustn't tease your sister. Stop it! Sit quietly and eat your meal. Come on! You mustn't play with your food. And stop fighting with your sister. Eat your food. That's right. Good boy.
Yes, it's the same here, Iwan. Most people say children must obey their parents and parents must teach their children.
This food looks nice.
Oh, Chris, remember I must go back to the office by 2 o'clock.
Tingkah laku anak-anak yang diharapkan oleh kebanyakan orang tua di Australia rupa-rupanya sama dengan di Indonesia, bukan? Mari kita dengarkan lagi sebagian dari percakapan tadi.
I remember some rules for children when they're eating.
In Indonesia, Iwan?
Yes.
What are they?
Well, they mustn't talk when they're eating, and they mustn't drink while they're eating, and they mustn't use their left hand. They must learn to use their right hand for eating, and they mustn't interrupt the adults at the table.
I see.
And some rules are the same in Australia, I suppose. You know, you mustn't play with your food, you mustn't play with the spoon,
You mustn't make a noise while you're eating, and so on.
Yes, that's right. Most parents say those things here. My parents were the same when I was a child. Here's a table. Let's sit here.
Don't touch that! Leave it! Don't drink that! You mustn't tease your sister! Stop it! Sit quietly and eat your meal. Come on! You mustn't play with your food! And stop fighting with your sister! Eat your food! That's right. Good boy.
Yes, it's the same here, Iwan. Most people say children must obey their parents and parents must teach their children.
This food looks nice.
Chris, remember I must go back to the office by 2 o'clock.
Saudara pendengar, sekarang sudah saatnya kami minta diri. Jangan lupa membaca bagian yang berjudul sesudah siaran dari pelajaran tadi dalam buku saudara. Dan
You must read your book before the next program, listeners.
betul, bacalah bagian yang berjudul sebelum siaran dari pelajaran nomor 34. Dan untuk mengakhiri pelajaran hari ini, akan kami putarkan sebuah lagu berjudul The Best Disco in Town, hidangan The ABC Show Band. Dan sekarang, goodbye listeners.